Hello everyone, my name is Marcus G. Welcome to my channel. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and give this video a like up. After all, what's hotter than saving lives? First responders' jobs may not leave a ton of personal time for romance, but when these men are saving patients or running into blazing infernos, you can count on them to look good doing it. Get ready to swoon, sigh, and be swept away by these one Chicago heartthrobs in and out of their iconic uniforms. Where would Chicago fire? Dare we say one Chicago franchise, be without Taylor Kinney's beloved firefighter, Kelly Severide? Severide has been extinguishing fires while simultaneously turning up the one Chicago heat for 12 action-packed seasons, and his longtime Firehouse 51 reign is a testament to Chiehard's affinity for seeing the first responder sweat. Kinney has been the star of several passionate Chicago fire romances and currently steals the show anytime he gets alone time with his wife, Stella Kidd, Miranda Ray Mayo. Related, why Severide isn't on Chicago Fire Season 12 right now, and when he'll be back. Aside from his brief Season 11 hiatus, Kinney has been steaming up Chicago Fire since the flagship series debuted in 2012, and fans can't get enough of him. It's never lost on me how special it is to be a part of something with the longevity this has, Kinney told us. Weekly in May 2022. It's a testament to show creator, Dick Wolf, and the team of people he puts together. Chicago PD's Dante Torres, played by Benjamin Levy Aguilar. Sure, Benjamin Levy Aguilar is one of the more fresh-faced One Chicago stars, but Officer Dante Torres has already made a very positive impression. Torres' dark and twisty past and silent yet deadly demeanor make him the epitome of an eye-catching brooding babe, leading to some steamy PD scenes. Torres keeps his fellow officers on their toes and Chicago PD fans' eyes glued to the screen. Aguilar, meanwhile, has been stealing hearts on primetime for a while. Related, who is Benjamin Levy Aguilar? Meet the Chicago PD actor. I was in love with this character from the start, Aguilar said in an interview with Wolf Entertainment in 2023. He had a tough upbringing, just like I did. He often finds himself in gray areas since he's familiar with so many different worlds, and I relate to that, too. In spite of the circumstances of his life, he always chooses what's right, and I aim to do the same. Chicago Med's Dr. Will Holstead, played by Nick Delfus. For years on Chicago Med, the doctor who always made the miracles possible was the daring and downright magnetic Dr. Will Holstead, played by Nick Delfus. Until the Renegade Doctor's Season 8 exit, Dr. Holstead was the star of dozens of swoon-worthy One Chicago romances, ultimately parting with his post at Gaffney Medical Center to pursue the love of his life. Can it get more romantic than that? Delfus' wry smile and quick-witted one-liners made for some seriously steamy tension during his Chicago Med tenure, so fans were rightfully sad to see him go. It was a difficult decision, but ultimately, I felt I'd taken Dr. Holstead as far as I can go with him. Delfus told Variety in 2023. I am attracted to the profession for the variety in it, and 8 years is a long time. It's overwhelming because of all the emotions. It wouldn't be that way if it didn't mean so much. Chicago PD's Jay Holstead, played by Lee Sofer. When it comes to playing good cop, bad cop, Chicago PD fans never tired of watching Lee Sofer's detective Jay Holstead in the interrogation room. From Season 1 to 10 of Chicago PD, Holstead turned heads with his powerhouse combination of striking good looks and smooth investigation tactics. He was half of the beloved former PD couple Upstead along with Haley Upton, Tracy Spiridakos. So aside from all those rugged muscles, he was also the star of some of the most romantic PD scenes. But after making waves on the One Chicago scene for nearly a decade, Sofer left the series to explore new horizons, including behind the camera. After Holstead's tear-jerking Season 10 farewell, Sofer returned to set to make his directorial debut, taking the helm for Season 10, Episode 16, Deadlocked. It was a great experience. I learned so much. Sofer told NBC Insider before contemplating the idea of directing another PD episode. Leaving the show, I was grateful for the opportunity to have this experience, to keep learning and growing, and I definitely would not say no. Chicago Med's Dr. Connor Rhodes, played by Colin Donnell. Colin Donnell's Dr. Connor Rhodes tagged along on several nail-biting patient cases during seasons 1 to 4 of Chicago Med, ultimately leaving in the season 5 premiere to start a new chapter. The trauma surgeon was driven and passionate, leading him to get into 1 or 2 or 3 romantic entanglements on the show, largely thanks to those swoon-worthy blue eyes. Dr. Rhodes lives on in Chai Hart's hearts as one of the most compelling characters. Donnell's charm has continued to be a scene stealer on both the screen and stage since his Chicago Med tenure. After leaving the One Chicago universe, Donnell appeared in the 2022 Broadway production of The Shark is Broken, adding yet another credit to his sprawling theatrical portfolio. Donnell also appeared in 2 Hallmark films, 2021's Love on Iceland and 2021's To Catch a Spy. In 2022, Connell starred in the Peacock miniseries Irreverent as quick-witted mafia negotiator Paulo. Chicago Fire's Matthew Casey, played by Jesse Spencer. For several years and heartwarming seasons, Matthew Casey, played by Jesse Spencer, was the driving force for romance on the show. A career as a firefighter admittedly leaves little room for romance, but Casey never let that stop him, ultimately falling in love and choosing to marry Firehouse 51 sweetheart Sylvie Brett, Kara Kilmer. Casey may have left 51 in season 10, but Brett and Casey's Happily Ever After is one of the most swoon-worthy One Chicago stories of all time. Related. Brett is leaving Chicago Fire after 10 seasons. Here's why. After proving that love always prevails on Chicago Fire, Spencer has maintained his chokehold on fans with his recurring guest star status. Between his long-distance love with Brett and his deep loyalty to his 51 friends, Chai Hards relish any Spencer screen time. Chicago Med's Dr. Ethan Choi, played by Brian T. From seasons 1 to 8 of Chicago Med, Brian T. stole viewers' hearts as Emergency Room Chief Ethan Choi. As one of the certified hotties of One Chicago, Choi was the star of several beloved plot lines and saved countless patients, making Chai Hart swoon at every twist and turn. He might have left the hospital in season 8, but his charm lives rent-free in fans' minds long after his exit. Connected. Brian T. talks about his return to Chicago Med. It was great to come home. T. returned to the Chicago Med, set to direct an episode of season 8, and since leaving the show, he has starred in the TV drama Expats. I think you create a family environment being on the show for so long, and I think it was great to come home, if that makes sense, T told NBC Insider. It was really nice to see the cast and crew, all the wonderful faces that you've lived with and grew up with for the last 8 seasons. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe my fast gossip to our channel, and stay with us.